Now let's look at how to read code with variables and expressions. Here is how we'll read code. On the left, you see the code we're going to execute, and next to that an arrow to keep track of where in the execution we are. I'll call that the execution arrow. And then on the right, we have a picture for the state of our program. Let's execute this code snippet by hand. You see the execution arrow to the left above the first statement, which is x gets assigned the value 4, and we read this as x is on the left-hand side, so that names the box we're going to assign to, and 4 is on the right-hand side, so that's the value we're going to put in the box. In the picture we draw of that is a box with x on the left-hand side to name the box, and the value 4 on the right-hand side. We'll do something similar for y equals 6, create a box for y, and place the value 6 in that box. Here are some more statements. For the first one, we'll need to remember the order of operations, remembering that multiplication comes before addition. So first we'll multiply 3 and 2 to get 6, and then add 4 and 6 to get 10. So 10 is the result of that expression on the right-hand side, so that is the value we're going to place in the box we create for x. On the next line, we have a variable on the right-hand side, and the semantics of that are read the value out of x's box to get 10, subtract 6 to get 4, and then 4 is the value we place in y's box. On the next line, we have two values to read out of their respective boxes before we can do the math. We compute the right-hand side by reading 10 out of x's box, 4 out of y's box, and multiplying to get 40. Here are some more expressions. We create a box for x, place a 2 in the box. Next we do the multiplication first, reading the value 2 out of x's box. 2 times 3 is 6, 6 plus 1 is 7. We create a box for y and place a 7 in it. On the next line of code, we'll read the value 7 out of y's box, perform division by 2, and get 3.5, assigning the number 3.5 to z's box. Now, if you've programmed in C before, you would expect that to be integer division, but in Python, a single slash is floating point division. On the next line, we see we have some parentheses, so we'll need to do the expression in the parentheses first. We read the value 7 out of y's box, 2 plus 7 is 9, and now we have the expression 9 mod 2 or 9 modulus 2. And the way you do that operation is to first do division 9 divided by 2, and then whatever the remainder of that is your answer. So 9 divided by 2 is 4, remainder 1, so the 1 is our answer to the mod operator. We'll put a 1 in x's box, updating the value of x. In the next line, that double slash is integer division, so we'll treat x and y as integers, perform the division, and then ignore the remainder. 1 divided by 7 is 0, remainder 1, so 0 is the result of that expression, which will then update y's value to b. Here's an example of some shorthand, x plus equals y. The plus equals operator means we're going to create an assignment statement, but first add to that item's value. So x plus equals y becomes x gets assigned to the value x plus y. Anytime you see shorthand like this, it's a really good idea to write it out in long form and compute it that way until you're really comfortable.